Welcome to my at-home art studio. As you can see, it is a mess. And like most of you who don't have your creative business as a full-time job, you probably don't have a space that is really big, or a factory or a studio that houses all of your equipment, and it's probably, like mine, kind of like a dumpster, dumping ground for a lot of different things. This is a multifunctional room right here. We use it as an office. There's a closet with clothes in it, our bookshelf, and then pretty much everything crafty. Now I have another room in our basement that stores other art supplies and my inventory, and I'll show you around there more as we go. Now the first thing that I want to do here is I need to clean up, because as you can see, I've kind of just let it go over time. So what I hope to do is to, real fast for you, clean it up, and I'll show you around. I'm sweating. That was exhausting. Let me show you around. Now I call this organized chaos. So as you can see, there's a lot going on right here. This shelf I actually found on the side of the road. Somebody was putting out for trash, and it was completely functional. I just took out the drawers. I took off all of the inserts for the drawers and a shelf, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. One person's trash is another person's treasure, so I thought it was just perfect for this space. Up here we have the thermal label printer. It goes out really, really fast, so anytime I get an order, it's so much easier than just printing out the order. And it's a sticker. You easily put it on the package. Super easy. We have a scale here. This is where I weigh all of my packages. And this cutter here, it helps a lot to cut prints, to cut cardboard that I put behind prints, that I put inside of my envelopes for packaging to keep it really sturdy. I do that with all of my really fragile artwork that I put through the mail. So even over here, we have a lot of cardboard that I've cut. Fragile stickers, do not bend, fragile. Up here, some extra greeting card backs that I put at the back of boxes here where I keep my greeting cards. So really just some random extra things that I'll need from time to time. This is my workstation. So it's really easy for me to move this away and sign all of my prints here. And it's a really easy working station for me here. Up here, I actually bought these from Facebook Marketplace, but they are from IKEA. And I keep things like styrofoam in here. It's really full, and I have so much extra styrofoam. So I have so many places where I store styrofoam in this entire room. And like I mentioned in a previous video, never purchase packaging materials like styrofoam or crinkle cut paper like what I have inside of here. Never purchase it, because you're gonna get it inside of a lot of different packages. Just keep that all, and you're gonna have so much of it anyway. Up here I have different glues. This came on, I don't know, the corner of something that I bought one time, and I picture maybe putting these over picture frame corners while I'm sending them in the mail to keep them extra secure. So I just keep a bunch of random things around. See, more packaging. I have tons of this bubble packaging everywhere, because it comes in everything. I found these drawers also on Marketplace, and this is where I keep a lot of my extra inventory. So I have stickers in here, in there. some boxes. I keep ornaments on the bottom shelf too. So really the things that are really extra and I don't need to get to that often, I kind of keep in this corner. It's not ideal, but with such a small space, it's what we have going on. We have a lot of extra stuffing paper in here. I have more than anybody would ever need, ever, but I don't throw anything away. We have bubble wrap paper down here. Boxes, tons of extra boxes. This is extra stickers for the label printer. And then we have poly mailers down there. Like I said, this is where greeting cards get put in, and just like random boxes. You never know what you're gonna need. I keep some envelopes back here. Again, one day I hope to have a bigger space, but you work with what you have. I have different cellophane packaging that I wrap every print with up here, and a lot of these boxes up here are just filled with those. You need so many of them. Ornament boxes, more ornament boxes back there. We've got some boxes for packaging. Really just a lot of packaging is in this entire unit right here. These have more styrofoam in these, and you get these from having different inventory. So I have so many of these. Again, just styrofoam comes in everything. I bought chairs and these came in those boxes, and I just keep it. Same with, peanuts. It all comes in the packaging of items that you buy on a day-to-day basis. Store it all. You'll never have to buy it. All right, we cleaned upstairs. Now welcome to my basement. My basement is pretty much filled with everything that anybody has in their basements ever. All of the junk, all of the extra storage space is down here, the things that we don't access all the time. But I also have all of my inventory down here. I have all of my candle inventory. We have really tall shelves here. I have all of my inventory of all of my products. I create upstairs and then I put the inventory down here. We have extra packaging materials down here and all of the shelves that I bring to art shows and all of my finished products that we have. So I'm gonna clean in here and we'll come back and I'll show you around afterwards. Now let me show you around the clean basement. Here we have a huge storage unit, and it is huge. I got this from Facebook Marketplace, like I do for most of my equipment that I have, for $90. It was so cheap, and I could not pass it up, and it is heavy duty. This is the type of storage unit that you need if you have a lot of inventory, and especially heavy inventory. So this is where I keep all of my candles, and I separate it all by different scents. They are already packaged how people receive the candles. I have them completely packaged already. So they're ready to go as soon as somebody orders them. Over here, we have a ton of prints. So this is really just all of the prints lined up there. It's also kind of like searching for a needle in a haystack, but it's all right. It's what we have going on because I have so many prints that I sell, so many different options, that it's really hard for me to have them completely separated. So they're all here. I have multiples of each one. It works for me so far. And this is all the same size print. I also have more of the same size print in a shelf behind me, and those are ones that are a little bit more accessible, and I bring those to my shows. I also have different size prints, so all of the prints are stored by size. So I have these right here in this box. One day I hope to have really cool boxes ways to store things, but for now, Amazon boxes will do. So here I have two different size bags. We have a smaller one that can fit things like greeting cards and even some prints in them, and then bigger ones that can fit a couple of candles in them. And I bring these to all of my shows so that people don't have to awkwardly walk away with the products that they buy. Some people just put things directly in their purse, but for the most part, people like to have different bags. So I like to have pink bags just because it's a little bit different. And then in here, I have smaller bags, and I like to put stickers, especially my mini stickers in here so that they don't get lost. And a lot of people just opt to put these in their purse so that we don't need to waste a bigger bag. So I have thousands of these. Here I have extra boxes. I use these to help package things when I'm shipping them out. Down here is kind of a mix of a lot of different things. I have some business cards. I have all of my business cards randomly in here. I have some labels. I put these on every single item that I'm selling for shows. So you need a lot of labels. Back here I have extra thank you cards. I put thank you cards in every single candle box that I have. They also have burning instructions. And as you can see, this is unopened. I have more that obviously are open, but I keep these in a different place. So back here is a lot of extra inventory that I have, and I'll show you where the working inventory is for the thank you cards and some other things that I have ready to go for shows. Again, everything is kind of piecemeal around here, but that's what you get when you have a small space. I like to bring originals to every show of mine, so over here I just have a couple of originals sitting out. Now behind them I have another Amazon box filled with so many different greeting cards. There's greeting cards sticking up inside of those, and they're all individually packaged. I like to have everything packaged already before I put them away so that they are just ready to go at any time. Here I also have greeting card packs. They're already packaged. They are ready to go. So when somebody orders them, I just put them in a bag and I ship them out, and it's super easy. I don't need to make them every time I get an order. We have some other inventory here. I have individual greeting cards too. These I had at a store for wholesale, and I got them back, the ones that weren't purchased, and I just haven't put those away yet. In this box, we have all of my regular size stickers. So all of them are kind of hiding in here, and I have more of them in another place that are completely put away and ready for shows at any time. Welcome to my garage. This is one of the last places where I can think about in my home where I have an organized place where I keep all of my inventory. So let me show you around. This big boy is my tent that I use for all of my shows. This is a 10 by 10 tent. It's heavy, it's huge, and it stays here unless I have a show. I air out some parts of the tent, so up here are just some tarps and some parts of the tent that I just leave there, and I'll put it back before I have to use the tent next. Underneath, we have more packaging materials. Of course we do. There's so many of them, and you'll just find those all around my entire house. Down here, we have some things that I actually use for the show. So this is something that I put on my tables in my booths, and I put my greeting cards in here. Up here, you're going to find a lot of things that I just used for the show. Even this desk is something on wheels. It's really light, and I like to bring that to shows too if I have a bigger booth, like if I have a whole tent. I have some originals in here. Inside of this bin right here are more things that I use to display my items at an actual show. This is really cool. Now this is one of my favorite things that I have purchased. I think that it's one of my favorite things that I actually use for a show to store items, and I'm so happy that I did. So this is all on wheels, which makes it so easy to get things from under the tables at my actual shows. So I'll show you inside of here. In here, we have all sorts of zip ties that just get loose and really, cluttered. I also keep all of my stickers in here, and it zips and becomes really, really easy for me to easily grab some inventory from within here. Now, inside of the bigger section is where I keep all of my smaller inventory, including my smaller prints for the shows itself. So this is where I keep all of my mini stickers, and then underneath there you can see that I have greeting cards and greeting card packs. I bring ornaments to all of my shows so that I can show off that I paint on ornaments, even if it's not around the holiday time. I always like people to know that that's an option, that's something that I do. And then I have prints inside of here, and I also have smaller prints somewhere else inside of there. So this is really like the handiest thing that I have for shows. Like I said, it's on wheels, it's super easy, and I'm obsessed with it. I have more tablecloths and I have more bags to sell inside of a box right here. Again, this is really like my show area, the things that I keep around for shows. This is really easy. It has a lot of my business cards, it has thank you cards, it has scissors and paper and really everything that you need with you when you're selling at a show. This is like the box. Up here, this is one of my display items. It's a flower wall, and people get to take pictures in front of it, or I have a neon sign too that I hang in front of it, and it says bird watching. So that's kind of something that like grabs people's attention while at my shows. So I keep this stored up here. I have some easels. Sometimes I display my artwork on easels at shows. This is a little caddy that I use. It's on wheels, so you can just put heavy items on here and wheel it, and then you can also transform it into like a really any other kind of dolly. And it's so handy, and I love this because it's so light. I can put it back really small, compact it, and put it just on top of any of the boxes that I keep underneath my table at shows. This is a lifesaver. Over on this side, of course, I have more boxes. And like I said, I have all sorts of different sizes. So it really depends on what size items people need and how many candles they ask for. And if you watch in my shipping video, I explain all of the differences between a regular brown box and a free USPS box, like for flat rate shipping, for example. Over here, we have tons of storage bins, and I like to bring candles to shows inside of these huge bins. Tons of them, and I like to store things inside of these bins as well, especially for shows, and I just got some extra of them. So thank you so much for coming along the journey with me as I showed you inside of my crowded home and all of my inventory and where I store it. Again, everything is really makeshift around here. It's a small space. Hopefully I'll have a real studio one day, but like most of you, you're probably selling from inside of your own home. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. I would appreciate if anybody commented below. Please subscribe to the channel and you can turn on notifications so you can always get notified when I have a new video coming out. I appreciate all of you for watching. See you soon. Bye guys.